And we're live, herding the cats. Yeah!
Woo!
God damn it, Sarah.
And they got children.
Welcome to the live stream where we have to herd the cats.
I mean, when we never know.
Everyone loves me.
Everyone loves herding the cats. Anyway, welcome to the live stream where you guys get to sit in the garden and me and Blair get to sit inside. Sad face.
I mean, Scotland has no sun at the moment, it's just pure cloud. So, I don't know, there was sun, decidedly not sunny anymore.
There was plenty of sun outside my house, however I'm sat inside doing cosplay things. Sarah and Debbie had the right idea. We already have people in chat. Grace is here, and Shade's here. And Grace is saying, I missed you guys.
Aww.
Heidi's
here.
Everybody's here. Hello. Welcome to the stream time.
Just discovery.
Oh, we've got someone new.
Who have we got?
D. Grazy says, first time I've caught your live stream after meeting you guys at Insomnia.
Yeah.
Aw, hello.
Welcome. Welcome to the crazy.
Yeah.
The actual making of the things. What are you working on today, Blair?
I am still working on Sandy. I have spent the past week trying to learn how to make hammer pants. Which is something I never thought I would be doing with my life, but here we are.
Joyce, how have you decided you're going to make them then?
Badly.
Like, to me, I would be like, let's put it in 4 pieces. You've got a front half, another front half, and then the 2 back halves.
So you can't do that because you've got to pleat the sides, so you need to have it as like 2 triangle pieces and then you kind of like sew them weirdly
like
together. Which is what I'm... Yeah, it's... I'm having fun. It's a time.
Well, yeah, because you've got to kind of, I suppose, like, almost ruffle the sides, so it has the...
Yeah. You do. You got to... I need to learn how to pleat things as well now, so there you go.
Easy. It's easy.
Yay.
It's fine. It's fine.
I hope you're happy, Sarah. I'm doing this for you.
I'm very happy, and also I did no form of craft trade for this one. This one was entirely you, babe.
What are you working on,
It's
Sarah?
already taken.
I'm working on a couple of things. The thing I'm working on right now is I'm making a loot because Barbie Cosplay and I are doing Femme, Miguel, and Tulio for SunnyCon.
Yay!
And so I'm trying to figure out how to make a loot for Miguel, so I'm using a plastic tennis racket and half of a polystyrene ball, which I've discovered are not solid all the way through, so I have a thing full of white beads. And apart from that, I'm going to do some painting for Disney. I'm going to paint little creatures into the back of my Oogie Boogie shirt.
And we have a Dabu as well who was painting over there.
She was painting her bed.
That sounds so weird out of context, but it's your bed frame.
Yeah, I got a new frame, but it came in white and I don't want it white. It's going to be as black as my soul.
Using the cosplay skills for real life, that's what you do. It's a good thing.
And apart from that, she's going to be unpicking!
Oh no.
Oh.
Don't carry.
Welcome to Debbie's life.
Oh no.
If you don't wear Killian for a full day at this point, I think she's going to murder you dead, Mel.
I might do.
Killian's planned for a full day, don't worry. It's fine. Unless, like, the makeup kills us both. You know, it's fine. I am working on... I've decided to take the plunge and go for Isabella. So, we're going to each 2. So, I will be, like, adjusting the design slightly. But I've basically got an old sheet from downstairs that I'm going to cut up and use as a pattern. I've got lining, I've got fabric, I've got a dress that I'm going to draw around as a pattern because I don't use patterns because I'm weird. And I've got my mannequin. So here we go. That's what I'm going to try and work on. Let's go to chat a second. Grace is saying, what you working on? Can I have my annual virtual huggy? Hug time for Grace. Kieran's here saying hey. Heidi's saying they're doing the first Disney cosplay. Ooh, what are you doing? We do always the Disneys.
I love Disney.
See, I don't have any Disney cosplays.
I have
Many.
Well, obviously we should fix that.
4? I think I got 4.
Like, we
Now,
have a
Mum and I
couple,
were fighting over Gaston for a while.
we have a couple of kind of vaguely planned. I think the villains are more in my wheelhouse, really, than the... Oh, you're not going to catch me in Disney Princess, let's put it that way.
But hang on, technically,
But you'll see me in Disney Princess instead.
technically you have a Disney cosplay. You did Tasha. Marvel is owned by Disney.
My life.
True. She's not necessarily a princess, though,
But am I wrong though?
no.
Sarah likes to be right, can you tell? God damn it, Sarah.
Don't
Someone
hate
else
me.
needs to keep an eye on chat, though, because I'm going to be patterning.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on the chat, because my next thing is to do, like, so I'm good.
I don't want to sew.
I don't want to actually do the thing, because I'm terrified I'm going to end up like Debbie, unpicking it all.
You'll be right.
Uh,
I've basically got a dress that does kind of fit me, might be a little bit small, so I might draw it a little bit bigger, but I always tend to draw like a fairly big seam allowance anyway. But it's got like the right neckline, it's got like a sweetheart neckline, you can't see it on the camera because of course the camera isn't there. But it's got like the sweetheart neckline and kind of the sleeve, so I can kind of adjust. So I'm going to somewhat tuck that in.
It worked.
Heidi is saying that their Disney cosplay is Magic Mirror from Snow White.
Oh yes, you were saying this actually a few weeks ago. I think.
Sure.
That's cool.
That looks... I bet that's going to be awesome. You'll need to send us photos, because
Yes.
I want to see that.
It's like a huge dress if I remember rightly as well.
Ooh, pretty.
Right.
But yes, in terms of Disney, I love cosplaying as Disney characters, and I love like gender bending Disney princesses, or just going full ham and going complete drag queen style on them. So I don't know, it depends. Depends on how up for making a full ball gown dress I am willing to do. So
Doing a villains group at some point, but it's when we all have time.
yes, I can't wait for that. It's going to be so awesome.
It'd be
What's
pretty
up,
cool.
Disney villains.
Yep.
Yeah.
Disney villains. I want to ask which, because I don't think, have we told people what villains we're doing yet?
I don't think we've all fully decided what villains we're doing yet.
Okay, I want to know from you guys what villains you think we should all cosplay as, and we'll see whether everyone's got them right or not. That'll be fun.
It's cruel.
Try and guess which villain you think that we would go for. Grace is asking if any of us like Danganronpa, and if so, who are our favourite characters? I know Danganronpa, but I don't cosplay from it or watch/play the game, so I'm afraid I'm a bit stumped for that.
Well, that's me out, because I was about to say, that sounds like an Animus. So,
I don't do the animus.
Yeah, it's only really me, Luke, and Alison that kind of watch the animes.
Debbie as well.
Well, Debbie too, but Debbie's casual.
Filthy casual.
Little Kaz.
I used to be all about the anime, and then I am no longer in education, therefore a lot of the animes are sort of a bit above me at the moment. They're all sort of like high school anime, and I'm just like, I'm not in education anymore, it doesn't connect with me.
Yeah.
Also, she feels a bit old and pervy.
That too.
Yeah, talk about old anime and Debbie's got you. Talk about something like Hellsing and I've probably got you. But that's about it. I don't know how long this needs to be.
Right now, I am mostly making a mess.
But to be fair, if I was being totally accurate to Isabella, there wouldn't be very much fabric needed, so, you know. Doesn't wear very much.
That's the reason you've been putting off wearing it for ages.
Oh, yes! But I've got like a little bit of a solution in my brain. So I'm going to try it and see how we get on. Because I've done 2 casual versions of it now. And really, really enjoyed it. So...
Mostly because you enjoyed tormenting Luke.
And Blair.
Yeah. Oh. Oh god.
That photo shoot was fun.
Fear.
Fear.
Literally all my characters is just either just like I'm just getting like ripped the piss out of me for something, or I'm just like fear from other characters.
It does seem to be your aesthetic, darling.
It really does. I mean, you're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong. Heidi is saying Hades, Maleficent, Captain Hook, Beast, and Gaston.
A bad guy.
Beast isn't a bad guy.
Take that back.
And also, you've not said who's who. You've just rhymed them off. Grace is saying the witch doctor that I can never pronounce his name properly from Princess and the Frog.
Dr. Facilier.
That one.
That one is a bit of a mouthful.
Jeannie really wants to do a femme version of him.
Ooh. Do it.
You would not believe the mess out here, kids.
I believe we probably can. So Sarah, how exactly are you constructing this?
The idea, this is the idea, is build on top roughly like that. I've got the rough shape now, I need to smooth it out. So that I end up with sort of the bulge of the loot. And then fill in this section with extra foam or whatever I've got. And then do strips of like basic funny foam, but big long sections I get the right strips. So it looks like wood paneling going up. Way to fill in this section so that it's got the smooth curve, and then just cover the whole thing with funny foam and paint it is the plan. So that is now roughly the right shape. It's closer than it was as a round thing, but it's also messy as hell. So
Hence the reason why
it's not right size. So. And I figured having the base makes it a bit more secure. Otherwise, it just ends up being all floppy, whichever other way I try and build it.
True.
It just gives it a bit of structure. What's the thought?
Sorry, that's incredibly loud.
I'm just trying to pluck up the courage to start sewing this together.
You.
Mm,
Don't believe in you. Believe in me who believes in you.
okay. He says, while also not moving.
Do it.
Do this thing, Blair.
This is why we really do Craftstream, so we all just shout at each other to do things.
Basically. Chief problem I'm having with this is that it keeps spitting extra white balls at me. Which is fun.
I took a drink at the wrong moment when you said that. Oh god.
Except for how we are.
There was nearly tomato soup everywhere. That was not good.
Wait, you're drinking tomato soup?
Well, yeah.
You're weird.
You know what? Because I'm building on top, that'll do, kids. It doesn't actually need to be properly smooth because I'm just sticking foam over the top. That'll be fine. Yay! Right, well, that's what I'm doing with that one, though, because I haven't actually got the foam I need to build in the edges.
Oh, good pants.
I've got a friend at work who has memory foam, and it's like, if you're not using that, can I pinch that? Thank you. So,
Always me in work, just like whenever we get like a shipment in of like stuff in it all in cardboard boxes, I'm like, so this is all gonna go in the bin, right? Can I just steal that, please? Thanks.
I was going to use the other half, but with how much... But just for an example, I'm going to get it centered. Ready? The slightest bit of pressure. Now that's just coming out of there. I'm not sure I want to cut into that anymore.
No.
Oh dear.
Outside.
Well, I was always going to cut it outside. And then I figured, hey, it's a nice day. Why don't we do the whole thing outside? Yes. Just in sun cream. So much sun cream. Because I have already burnt twice this year.
Oh no.
I burnt my cleavage so bad I blistered.
Oh god. Sarah.
It is still... It wasn't exactly intentional, Mel.
On that note, Heidi is saying that they know that Beast isn't a bad guy, but Gaston thinks that he is, and they're still trying to get to know us all, so the Beast was a trick answer. Well, I mean, you're not wrong. Me and Debbie have been wanting to do Beast and Belle for a very long time.
And Mel and I have been fighting over Gaston for a very long time.
Yep.
Although I do seem to remember someone promising that she would LeFou if I did Gaston.
Yeah, probably will.
I'm holding her to that.
I like being the stupid idiot. It's fine.
Really? We couldn't tell.
If my aesthetic is just like constant fear and sad pure beans, Mel's is definitely stupid.
Hey, I wasn't far off.
I'm gonna go find a bag to put this in so I don't empty it all over the floor next time I try to pick it up. And I'm gonna throw this in the bin. And there's a plane! Hello, plane! Dude, what? Dude. Like, I need to go inside anyway because I'm throwing that bin, but... Just so that I can store this without bits falling everywhere. Debbie's legless.
No. No.
Shake this out when we get up.
Shake it out, shake it out. That one daydream is here. You're not that late. Don't worry, you're not that late to the stream. You are here. That one daydream.
Oh, hi, Daydream.
Oh god, there was even more that I was sitting on. Christ. Everywhere.
Oops. Okay, right, okay. Let's do this.
A movie, it came from the ball.
Let's attempt to do this. I can do this.
Do this.
Can I do this?
I'm just sitting on pins. It's all good.
Don't sit in pins, Mel. That's a bad time.
They're smiling.
But there's sunshine.
There is sunshine. You know how you can utilise the sunshine? By going and finding your other leg.
By staying in it.
Kieran, you've got Kieran and Shade and everybody going, we all believe in you. Come on, Blair, you can do it.
Ah!
Interesting.
I love cosplay. It's my favourite hobby.
Why are you scared of the sewing machine? You can sew.
I'm not scared of the sewing machine. I'm just scared that I'm gonna bugger this up and then spend another 3 weeks unpicking it and then try and
Pin
get
it
in.
all first.
Or for that matter, sew it with a really, really loose stitch. Then if it works, go over the top.
Yeah. Like, I pin everything to death until, like, it looks okay. Daydream saying, getting dressed, eating and studying while watching the stream all at the same time. That is some multitasking.
That is some great multitasking. I'm proud of you.
It's warm in here. I've done, like, a front. I need to do a back now. Also, my arm bits are too long.
What in the day for Mel?
Debbie, while you're up, can you get me a thing of paint water? Please. No.
And you wonder why we call you domestic.
Oh, no, we know exactly why you call us domestic. It's because we are.
Yep.
Yep.
Right, what little buggies do I want to put into the back of this top?
Flies, spiders.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm deciding how to use the pre-existing pattern the best to put stuff in. Now, I think that can be wings for a little dragonfly. Yes, and he's going to be purple because I can. Actually, he's going to be blue.
Daydream's asking, are any of us playing Hogwarts Mystery? I think Debbie is.
Vaguely.
You know, playing it as much as you can when you have absolutely no energy after 3 seconds.
Fair enough. I have not tried. My work has been really busy, so not had much time for doing anything really. It's the first cosplay project I've done in weeks.
I have not bothered because my phone is rubbish. There's literally no point in me attempting to even download it. So, I just need a new phone, to be honest.
Like, I've just sorted it takes energy to rest.
What?
Yeah. Spend 3 energy to rest.
Oh, that doesn't sound very productive.
What?
Not
You
only
need
that.
energy to rest? Who came up with that? That's stupid.
Class. So instead of like doing work, she'll like sit and rest. I'm like, no, you're at Hogwarts. This is not what I pay you to do.
This is why you get in trouble with Snape all the time.
Oh, I start Snape.
Of course you do.
You get in trouble with Snape. Oh no. Shade saying, I hate fighting spiders on the Dragon Age Inquisition. They creep me out so bad. They're not the best, and I don't particularly mind spiders. Kieran saying, energy to rest. Pretty contradictory. And Daydream's going, I hate the prefects.
I feel like I'd just hate the game if I had to expend energy to rest.
Yeah.
That would irritate me. I'd rage quit far too quickly.
Also, it takes forever to regain energy and no time at all to spend it.
See, that's just a terrible design flaw. They need to sort out their stuff.
Yeah, it's why within like half an hour of it going live, there were already 1,500 million memes. Thank you. About the fact of how quickly you run out of energy.
Oh, is it one of those where you have to pay extra to like get energy and
Yes.
stuff?
That's what they're doing. They're trying to get your money.
And no one actually plays it for spending the money.
I'm just waiting for the Harry Potter to go, basically, is what I'm interested in.
That one I'll play.
Yeah, Heidi's agreeing, saying I had the game but it was costing too much money. Daydream's going, why are you scolding me, prefect? Kira's going, let me guess you can buy energy. I'm gonna guess so.
Yeah. What a scam. What a scam.
Well, the front part of my thing's kind of shaped-ish.
Pretty the Ravenclaw common room is, though.
It's gorgeous.
Is it pretty? Is that the real reason you just did it, though, Debs? Let's face it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she could go to Hogwarts.
Yeah, good to Hogwarts. I'm getting all tangled up in my material. This is fun. Shade saying I stopped playing Hogwarts Mystery, and then Kieran saying just saying I wish I could buy energy in real life sometimes. Yes! Yes!
Debbie resembles that remark.
That's a look.
Vitamin D look.
Is it the right kind of vitamin D?
I don't know. The doctor is really funny about that.
Not sure whether you can see that properly or not. But yeah. That is the trousers.
That's some shiny, shiny trouser boys.
Very shiny trouser boys. Don't worry, I realise that my hips are not that large, so it's all going to get pleated together. It's just going to take me a time to
But are you going to have a theme tune constantly following you around, Blair?
What?
But are you going to have a theme tune playing whenever you enter the room? About how people cannot touch you?
I don't get that.
Oh, Blair, you're too young!
How can you know about Hammer Pants but not know the reference to freaking Hammer Pants, you weirdo?
I don't know. I wasn't born in the 80s!
I'm judging
Can't touch
you
it.
so hard right now. Epic amounts of judgment. I can't know about Hammer Pants without knowing about the only song that MC Hammer is known for. God!
Yep.
I did a show called Back to the 80s. That is about as far as my
You're
knowledge.
calling them
on
Hammer
80s.
Pants!
Yeah, because of course I knew what Hammer Pants was because it was the fashion. I did fashion and textiles stuff when I was younger. Unfortunately, was the thing. We didn't learn the music properly.
Do I need to
Someone...
go?
If we had to suffer, so does he.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
I had 90s grunge to live with.
So did the rest of us.
Daydream saying, also I was thinking, what happens to witches and wizards with stutters? I can't even say it now. How do they do spells so they die trying to do a charm? Aww.
Oh no. That's sad.
Bit brutal.
I mean, you can do
Wordless magic.
but
It's just hard. Yeah.
Let's see if Blair gets this reference.
And then you just get real good non-verbal spells. That's how you get past that.
AC is saying, heyo, it's a me, Charlie! Do you get that reference, Blair?
Yes, I do get that reference.
Are you sure?
Yes, I do. I have played Mario.
But you didn't have to suffer through the movie. Oh,
The movie? Oh no.
Lord save us from the movie.
Wait,
Have you
what?
not seen the movie, man?
I've not seen a movie.
Oh, it's so bad. It is one of the holy grails of bad movies. It's so awful.
I didn't even know there was one, so there you
There
go.
was one. I've just I was like, what's this notification come up in the corner? I'm like, Bandursnatch Studios has gone live. Has it? That's
Terrible.
exciting. It's good
There
to
is a
know.
lie. Eh?
Oh. Yeah, I'm attempting to work on Isabella, but getting more distracted by the chat. I've done the front half, kind of. Blair is working on some hand pants and doesn't know the reference.
Because he's a monster.
He's a monster.
No, I feel like I dodged a bullet.
No.
More monster.
I mean, at what point did you not realise that, like, I lived in a cave and didn't really...
I don't care! MC Hammer, don't touch this, exists in a cave! It's that far into the human consciousness.
You've been to cheese parties before with us, and that song has been played.
Yeah, but I just didn't get... Like, I know the song, I just didn't get the reference. I was like, oh, okay.
References to the song!
I didn't put two and two together, I'm sorry.
Oh my
Are you still
god.
asleep, dear?
Me? No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I'm
Oh,
debating
dear.
actually. I'm looking on camera now and I'm going, my hair doesn't look like purple on camera, can I get away with it for serious? And I'm thinking, no, I can't in real life. It looks a
No,
lot
you
more
can't.
purple.
No, you can't.
I mean, you could if we claim that someone did something too serious.
Yeah. That means I need to work on a wig as well at some point. Lol.
Yeah, I need a serious wig at some point as well. Because someone is persuasive and unfortunately has good points.
Daydream's asking, what's the worst house in your opinion? Oh no. Well, depends
Well,
what character of mine you're asking.
Yeah, I think they've all got their merits, to be honest. I think a lot of people, like, don't get me wrong, Sissa, like, crunches down on Hufflepuff. But could at least Gryffindors do something?
Ooh,
But
good thing Luke's not here.
Yeah.
Hufflepuff gets a lot less love than it deserves.
Like, I think, as a person, I think I prefer to be in Hufflepuff. Because you'd have a lot less crap happening to you.
I think I'm a Slitherpuff.
I mean,
Puff.
I'm a Slytherin, so...
Like, there is a really big part of me that just goes, all the Gryffindors are absolute idiots. Like, there is not one Gryffindor that I go, yeah, you're actually a decent human being. Because they really aren't. Like, they're all idiots.
I can't remember who it was, but I was having
Remus takes offence to this.
Yeah. I can't remember who it was, but I was having an argument with someone. They went, oh, there's no such thing as an evil Gryffindor. I was like, Peter
What?
Like, did you read the books?
Did you...
Pettigrew.
Do you know the series? Sorry?
Right, that's one little buggy done. Going into more detail on his wings.
So yeah, while I enjoy armor order stuff, Gryffindors are idiots.
I'm a Gryffindor.
You're also an idiot.
Stand by our statements.
be fair, at like actual house thing, I'm a Slytherin, so.
Yeah.
Because I rigged the test to make it tell me that was a Slytherin.
Oh, but that's a very Slytherin thing to do.
I know.
Thing to do.
I was about to say, hey, you're not meant to cheat. Well,
I think I should do a little bit of
Slytherin do it though.
Well, I also did the test when I was about 18, so who knows?
Well done.
That's the last time I was actually interested in what house I was actually going to be. Heidi is asking, what is Isabella from? She is from Dragon Age 2, and she does not wear very many clothes. Oh, Kieran's saying it looks cool. AC saying my boyfriend says hi. Hello, AC's boyfriend.
Hello.
Shade's answering saying Dragon Age 2. Did you hear the Hogwarts is Harry's fantasy theory? I don't understand that question. AC's going, wait, Mel, is your hair purple? Yes, it is. It went from blue to purple.
Is it pinky purple?
Yeah, it's like a pinky purple. I got bored. And the hairdresser did it for me yesterday. So yay! It's very purple, you just can't see it so well in this light. But yes, it's very purple. Oh, which means I do need to find a wig for Siri. Out of like about the 4 that I own, and try and find the best one. There. Because they're not great. In fact, I might work on it though, because I'm not feeling doing Isabella at the moment. Because I want to sit somewhere comfy. As in a theory that Harry made it all up and he's still under the stairs. Oh no. So Hogwarts is Harry's fantasy, basically. Okay.
Which kind of says something about Harry's psyche, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, he's the chosen one, and he gets all these things, but he almost dies every 5 minutes. And it actually does. Worry about that child. I mean, for multiple reasons, worry about that child, but...
Sarah C, who I think is quite new, is asking, are any of you guys doing Reading Comic Con?
We were considering it. Because we have a friend who lives out there and tends to be involved with stuff. It depends on when it is compared to other stuff we're doing. But if it's a decent weekend, we will probably go Craftstream and do that. Yeah.
Well, you guys would. The rest of us are probably too far north.
Yeah.
I live too far. I live in another country. Yeah, that's nuts.
If anyone, it's going to be me and Debbie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shade's going mages or Templars. I can never decide. Mages, obviously. I'm saying that to Cassandra Cotswell.
I have my first buggy. First buggy.
Yay! I can't see it because the camera's bleached it out. Hold it closer. There you go. Yay! Cute.
The idea is to use the pre-existing lace and stick buggies into them.
Ah, Sarah's saying, by the way, I'm the Claire Novak from Bath Comic Cons, and I guess she's met you
Oh,
guys.
hey! Hey! We remember you!
I'm just gonna go explore the cover of the Doom.
Yes, if we do make it to Reading, it will be, in fact, the exact same group you met last time. Because it would be me, Debbie, and Jeannie. Alright, let's see. I think I need a spitter. No, I need this one. I think I need a spitter. And I already have spitter, like, in both my earrings and I have all the makeup, but I think I need more.
Strong.
Nice.
Look at the box of wigs.
And it's nicely to a spitter.
Now you're Santiago. Welcome to my wigs that all look the same.
there a reason you can't use your Santiago wig for Sirius?
No, it's already kind of styled. That's another potential Sirius. There's two here that I found. I have many. Oh, what's that one? I have a long black wig apparently. Since when? And it's a lace front? What?
Isn't that the new one you bought that you didn't like?
No, this is like a long one. This is a long black wiggy boy. Didn't know I had that.
Yeah, Debbie doesn't want new lace front.
That's not... That's so cute. That's a really old Sirius one. That's another really old Sirius one. Oh, is that the Nick one? That's Nick. That's a bad time.
Mel, in theory, how many wigs have you bought for Sirius and just never used?
A lot.
Many.
I don't like any of them. Oh, there's a Legolas in there.
I don't think you can use leggies for Sirius. I don't think it will work. Can't put my finger on why.
What's that?
Do it! Say you've converted. You're part of the family again.
I went to the band side.
This is revenge,
Your sister got hold of my hair.
I think you'll find. That would be hilarious.
I want to know what this wig is. I literally don't know what this wig is. That's the long brown one that I've used for a few different people now. What is this wig? I don't even know I own this wig. It's a lace front.
I love she's saying this as if we've got any idea and can help. We don't know, Mel.
Nah.
I don't know. I'm getting it out to have a look at it. Like, what is this?
We are not your wig gurus. He is not here.
He's not. It's maybe one I bought for Isabella or something? In which case, hi! Yeah, it's definitely just a long, straight black wig. Like, vaguely wavy, but... Ah.
Don't know, well, you have one now.
Did I buy it to maybe cut it? Well, I can't done because it's like really long.
Oh well.
Ah. Oh well. I know I have that now. It's a nice lace front as well. That's good. Good to know.
Oh, then again, no, that could be weird.
Where my wiggy boys? Where my wiggy boys at? Well, that's good to know for Isabella times. I don't need to buy a wig.
What's a silver lining?
Yep. Okay, this is the one I don't like. Let's have a look. Sarah's saying they may be volunteering again for Reading. That's cool.
Cool. We make it, we will look out for you.
Yeah, us. Oh, Daydream saying the stress. Exams in 2 weeks and I have to apply for a job, send help. Aww. Don't stress. It will be okay.
Please don't stress.
AC saying, I think me and my boyfriend are going to go some spinny icy gaze for Rycon. Some good spinny gaze.
Hasn't Rycon been?
I don't know, the 2 kite Rycons a year?
There's two a year, there's usually a winter one as well.
Yeah.
Don't actually know when that one is. Oh no. Let's not use my fabric scissors. Okay. This is the one that literally has like a tiny bit of lace. But I have to find my wig caps now. Rude. Ace is saying that Rycon Winter was in October last year. That's not too bad. We like cons in October. I like cons in October.
Now, that is another one that it will be unlikely if Debbie and I make it to that one. Seeing as how we're really, really far away.
Really, really far away.
Really, really far away. We love you, Blair, but apparently not that much.
Let's go.
What comfy seat. I found a wig cap. That's what I went searching for. Like, let's try these boys on and see what they look like.
Well, they're going on you, so...
Rude! Hi, Narcissa. Didn't know you were out.
Hello?
Have you now? Be glad it's Sissa. Every single thing I've been seeing when I've been hunting for clothes for the last 3 weeks has been Cindy.
Yeah. Okay, fair point, fair point.
Go away, Cindy.
Tries. And then
Oh
she
my
comes
god, my hair
back.
really has got long now. It's like, literally, I probably need to actually tie it up properly. Damn it.
That will do for my spitter. It's not a great spitter, not gonna lie. He'll do.
Eating, crafting in the garden like sensible humans. I'm just roasting to death in my house.
I love having a carpet instead of wood flooring where I can't see where I put my pins because they match the floor.
I'm sensing some bitterness.
Found them.
I think this side's
You
good.
need a little pin box, man.
I do have a pin box, it's just too far away.
Well, move the pin box next to you.
Nah. That involves effort, Bill.
Good lord.
I have actual nice pink fabric paint. Of course I have nice pink fabric paint. Queenie shoes. Mm.
But yeah, next con for all of us is SonicCon. It's actually about a month away, guys.
Yeah. Shh. That's why I started working on my loot. Ish.
Well, I kind of have my cosplay done because I'm doing all reworks, so.
Yeah, I'm doing all reworks again, apart from Nikki. But to be honest, Nikki's just like 18th century Gothic done.
Oh, yeah, like, I'm probably going to be a victim for your Vampire Chronicles group, so.
Yes.
I have a £7 shirt that will probably get wrecked with the lovely May Run Stage Blood that I just bought. Which looks a lot better than the cheap stuff I was using last week, so there you go.
Which reminds me, Sarah.
Yes, darling.
You need to help me how to interwebs and find a shirt for Nikki.
Okay. Get me a reference shot of the kind of thing you want, and I'll go hunting.
Cool. I will do.
Why are we really, really small? For reference, my head is only small, but I have a lot of hair. I can't see. Blindy McBlinderson cannot see what this looks like. That's actually not bad. Why was I so disappointed with this? I mean, granted, the lace literally goes to there. So it's not a proper lace front, but I'm not going to have the wig back anyway. Like, obviously I need to trim it with lace, but that ain't bad. That'd do, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Like, why am I so worried about this? The other one is too small. Like, I know this one's too small. I've tried it on my head and it's too small. And the hair's really shiny, so I don't like it as much. Whereas this one is actually, like, looks kind of more natural. But, like, the lace is terrible in that the lace only goes to, like, there and there. But, like, I'm gonna have the head wig forward anyway. So, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. It looks good.
Yeah, like, it'll be fine.
I mean, it's your Sirius, to be fair. Most people are already expecting a bit of a disaster to walk in.
It's supposed to be my buddy.
Sorry, I'm regulus today.
The show. God damn it.
I'm joining the Slytherins. just for the afternoon.
Rude.
CW doesn't need to change any characters to be mean to Sirius.
Yeah, to be... James would say that too.
Ah, Shade saying I'm excited to see your panels. Yay!
Yay!
Please come see our panels. Poor you.
You are hype. You are hype.
Poor you.
We haven't had since September, so...
Yeah, but as you've just seen, Marauders come quite naturally for me, so...
Marauders is easy, yes.
Marauders is the easiest one for us to do, to be fair.
Yeah. I've definitely improved on my James, I'll have to admit. I'm very, very proud of myself.
Like, your James will be fine, because we'll just mess about in character anyway. And I'll just...
Oh, God, yeah.
Like, you'll try and be cool, Lily, and I'll just be like, hey, buddy!
Yep.
Remember that time when you were sucking your thumb when you were asleep?
I'll wake you up in a Sirius and James way, it's fine. We're sharing a room, Blair.
Oh, no! Oh,
You realise your mistake.
God damn it.
Heidi is saying, oh no, Kieran's saying, don't say that, Mel, there's too much to do. You'll be fine. Heidi's saying, who's your favourite character from Vampire Chronicles? My favourite's Libby.
From what I've read, I always like Lestat. You know what? I like Louis' mum. Don't ask me why.
Fair enough. I have read Interview with a Vampire when I was a teenager. I don't remember it that well.
I have not read any of the books. I only just watched the film a wee while ago, so
We're the worst people to ask.
yeah, I'm not the person you need to ask. I'm just kind of going with the flow and just being like, here, this is your character. Okay, what is his
You're
type?
going with the
He
flow.
is sad and plays the violin
Yeah.
and loses his hands. Okay, cool. I can work with that.
Like, the first film was good. The second film is good if you don't consider it part of the world, because it's basically a mashup of the Vampire Lestat and Queen of the Damned all smudged into one thing. Just a bit weird. But yeah, the books are good. She just gets a bit lost in her own mythos. I gave up.
I don't remember how far I got. It was a long time ago.
That's what I'm like. I think I just read the first book. But I'm also possibly putting together Pandora. Because bitchy is my style. But also mainly just being victim number one. Because I can buy a shirt for £7 and have some trousers and do the thing. There you go, and stick a wig on. Done. In fact, I could even use this wig. This will be fun. Actually, no, I won't, because if we're shooting Thursday night and I'm going to wear it for Sirius, no.
Yeah, that's not.
But yeah, I think if I just trim the legs for this one, I don't think this one will be too bad. It's itchy though, with a cheat wig. That's an annoying thing.
Fabric softener.
I don't know, like this one's better than the other one. Like the other one is just like, it's thicker, but it's shiny, and the lace is like really brittle. And also it's really, really small for my head. Like really small.
Right, I'm gonna. Well, you can always give it to me.
This is true. Like I'll probably just bring both and just see what happens with them. Like I'll trim the lace on them both. Like my scissors.
I am gonna mute myself.
You're gonna sew.
Ah! Scream. You won't be able to hear it.
Oh, I'll sit in my wig box again, as per usual. Jade saying best person to ask is probably Victor. Yeah, Victor knows them all back to front and sideways, but then like Luke's been rereading as well, so
Victor would be the reason doing this, so
yeah.
It would be Victor to ask, yes.
For sure. AC's saying, I kind of want to check out Vampire Chronicles, but I don't want to get invested in a new thing and then spend all my money on merch and cosplay.
There is no merch. There
isn't.
There might be soon, because they are making is it a Netflix series?
Right.
I believe.
Yeah, the whole thing. That's the whole thing about fan fiction back in the day.
No, the Netflix series is for What We Do in the Shadows.
Okay. Which translates
I'm
to...
gonna go back to sewing.
Bloody nose.
Yeah, no. There was... If you've ever read like older fan fiction, especially on fanfiction.net, and it's got all the disclaimers on every single chapter, yeah, she was a big cause of that, because she actually sued people for writing fic about her characters.
Cease and desist on people.
Yeah.
Where's my wig cap just gone?
Because she was kind of a dick. So, yeah, there are a lot of people who used to write fanfic back in the day can't believe how open people are about fandom nowadays, because they had to hide all this stuff, or there was a great chance that they would get sued.
Yeah.
Or people would ruin their online presence, or spread propaganda, and just generally not nice stuff.
My wig cap's literally just disappeared. I took it off my head. I don't actually know where it's gone. Sure, it'll
No
appear
wigs for you, Mel.
Kieran's saying, you're going to make me want to reread the books. Love the books, hate her. Yeah, it's kind of a simple thing to really like.
Not an unfair reaction to have.
Like, I think that's why, because I kind of come from the days of fan fiction back in the day where you had to kind of do things like that. And that's why I kind of love when like creators like cosplays and like fan fiction of their own stuff. Because like it's really cool. Part of the reason I really love the Adventure Zone guys is because they're all like literally every live show they're always like, turn up the lights, we want to see all the cosplays. And it's so fab. Like, there's so few people that are like, oh yeah, actually, I really enjoy these cosplays. You know, I think it's really cool when creators kind of do.
Yeah.
It's also why, like Debbie and I have gone to meet the author Robin Hobb, and we took a picture of our cosplays, and she was just like, oh my god, these are amazing, and signed like the pictures of them, and then also was like, oh, you should have worn them, and me and Debbie were looking at each other going, we should have worn them. But yeah, we kind of cosplayed from her books, so like, it was a thing. Okay, this is a nicer one, so this one can live in the bag. I can hear some woof woofs. So yeah, I'm gonna wear a wig for Sirius for like the first time in at least a year. Because my hair ain't dark anymore. Hasn't been for a little while. It was only supposed to be while it was off season. I can't believe I just found a long wig that I didn't know.
That's what you get, Mel.
What I get for having a box of cosplays that's really heavy, a box of wigs that's really heavy and lives on top of a wardrobe.
That you never check, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
On the other hand, it gets you a free wig, technically, so where's my downside?
Exactly. Hello. You go over there. I want to try it on again because like it's trimmed and everything, so I must have planned to wear it at some point. I think maybe I did buy it for Isabella, you know. Because like with the casual version and stuff, I was just going to wear the headscarf like under a wig.
Mm.
But then if it was for Isabella, why would I wear a when I've got a headscarf? Why would I buy a lace from?
Yeah.
Well, I don't understand. I'm like, I don't really have any other characters that have long dark hair. It's a nice wig though. It's gonna get used for Isabella, for sure. Yeah, it's a nice wiggy. I also might use it for Pandora, there you go. I've got a couple of long dark wigs. What's the bag gone? There it is.
Is anyone working on anything while they're watching? Out of interest?
I'm gonna guess Kieran is. He's normally working on stuff. He's normally pretty good. Well, there we go. I've at least figured out that I can wear one of the wigs for Sirius, which is good. Now I've got to try and get the horrible thing back up, which is why I don't like taking it down in the first place.
Are you out? How much you got left to do? Mm.
Alright, I'm going the other part of the bags. Also, it better cool down before SunnyCon, otherwise we're all going to roast.
Yeah. We survived last year.
We survived. So I don't actually know what the wig count was.
I was the one who couldn't take a wig off, dude, because it was styled.
Yeah. Cass was not fun. Kieran's going, why does Johan have to have a hat?
Well, he doesn't, technically.
No.
It's all on you.
Miles, Charlie's boyfriend, is saying hey from 8 weeks ago. Hello.
Hello.
Kieran's saying, I'm hand sewing white ribbon onto the brim of Johan's hat. Aha. AC's going, I'm working on getting Miles off his lazy ass and out of bed. Bed! Time is it? 4 o'clock? Get out of bed. Shade's playing DA. It's a good choice. I'm glad I found a wig for Sirius. Yay. One that I'll at least do. Kira's saying he does. Hat with the yellow feather is like the one outfit detail Johan has. Oh no.
I've recently just re-listened to the end of Balance. You know, I'm a bit far from the first description of Johan.
See, that's what the best thing is about when you cosplay somebody. You get to learn all of like the canon details of what they actually have. Which is kind of where I'm at with Merle as well, where I'm like, well, I know that his arm's on the left, and I know that, I know his arm is on the right, and his brace is on the left, because that's one of the first things I learned when I was going to cosplay him. Because I was like, oh, so I have to have the glove that I can't do anything with on my right hand, and I'm very right-handed. Thanks for that.
Yeah, well, he's also got a tonsure, and you're ignoring that part, so,
He's also got an eye patch, and I kind of ignored that part as well. Because I tried it, and that made it really hard to see, and also you couldn't see under all the beard anyway. Too much beard. Like, I'm quite glad we're not doing Rise of the Guardians for Sunny now, because I would have melted in that second beard.
Yeah.
And the big winter coat as well.
Not great cosplays for a warm con.
No. Like, Merle's gonna be hard, I'm not gonna lie. Having to keep on, like, the actual outfit itself is fine, because I've built that on purpose out of cotton. It's the beard. Like, it's so warm. You have to keep it on. Mind you, it's only half-hour panels, so that's not too bad. So, yay. But I might just be like sweating in the background going, I'm not moving. Too warm. Also, actually talking through it will be a problem, but I think I've found a way around that, so that's fine.
Cool. Fine, I'm just going to lurk in the corner with a book. I get to use Debbie's role. She has to be outgoing and bombastic. It's going to be hilarious.
I'm a couple of Red Bulls beforehand.
I really don't want to work on the rest of this.
During, man, that's very loop.
What?
Have one during, that's very loop. The Red Bull.
Oh, right. I was like, what the hell is a during?
Oh, you're a warm boy. Hello, laptop. My laptop is not enjoying the stream. It's very warm. This really doesn't like me moving it around, but never mind. I want to be comfy.
Just sitting with red eyes. Yeah. Therefore, I'm pretty sure this will delete your face. That you can see. See.
Crafting outside.
Shiny boys. There's some shiny boys going on. Oh.
Yeah, not
sewn together at the front. Just how shiny they are. I love how Blair's muted, but obviously can hear us. He's just shaking his shiny ass.
I see you shaking that ass.
Also, I have AC's presents for you guys in my camera bag, so I can give them to you at Sunny Farm.
You won't need to, because we'll be going to yours first.
I know, but it's in my camera bag anyway, so I don't forget.
Now my car has leg room for like passengers and everything.
Yep. I don't have to sit below the regular level to get down to the seat. I don't have to duck.
There should be room for
New car, new car, new car. Brum, brum, brum.
Give me another buggy.
dung beetle.
I mean, you're not wrong, but at the same time, Debbie.
A flea.
That's kind of what that is.
It's too big to be a flea. You just need a little dot.
Yeah, that'll help fill the space. Thanks.
It's alright, my brain's still in the mode of me and Blair are sharing a room. I mean, this means I can play pranks with him, right?
The green.
But his little face is like, no. Still muted, Blair.
He knows to fear.
I love how he's talking, but he's muted. That's brilliant. Oh no.
Thinking that was something we did not require words for.
Sounds like a fun room. Hey Kieran, guess what? You're in that room too. Welcome to hell. No, I won't be mean. I'll be fine.
I'm not saying the others won't be mean.
Yeah.
It's fine. Luke will be playing his normal role of done with us and the world.
He's always done with us in the world. Oh, Kieran's like, I know. Good luck.
Right, Elena gets to trial run rooms with us before Florida. Back out.
Yeah. Florida is officially entirely paid off.
Oh, yay! That's awesome.
3 of us. So that is cool. But yeah, she can't escape us now.
Well, that's awesome, though.
So we just need spending money now because everything is actually sorted out except for booking the actual seats we want on the plane, which is 90 days before we return, which is some point in July. And fast passes.
Nice.
Everything else is organised. Just spending money.
Awesome.
Yep.
That's really good organisation now as well, though, because you've got like several paydays before you go away as well, so that's really good.
Well, it was going to be a lot more planned stuff going into the account to pay off the actual holiday, and then Debbie got lots of money. And I had stuff in my savings, so we just got it done early.
Makes sense.
4 months before we had to.
That's good. But see, that's the thing I think that people don't always realise when like we go to quite a few cons and stuff, in that we'll kind of plan it all in advance on purpose, so it's a lot cheaper. We'll pay it off gradually in advance on purpose, so it's a lot cheaper.
Yep.
Because like SunnyCon now is all booked room wise and stuff, and like I think nearly everybody's already paid me back, ready for the room stuff to go out on the account. So that's pretty cool. Oh, actually, I do need to buy some Manchester MCM tickets. Other than that, but that's not till July.
Is that we can then get the room early, we can get train tickets and stuff early, and that way it costs less. And for things like SunnyCon, where we're guesting, we do get in for free, which is quite nice. So it's an expensive hobby, but you can make it cheaper.
Shade said I'm going to be travelling by train, which would be fun for me. That's usually me, Shade. Usually me. I have some very kind people coming to pick me up. And I'll be paying some petrol money. Because
it's cheaper. Less between legs of journey.
Yeah, like it also means as well you can like split the journey in that you don't have to have a ridiculously long journey all the way up to Newcastle. So, because I think I looked up and it was about 3.5 hours from my house.
Yeah, it does mean that we want to leave relatively early on the Monday, Mel.
Oh yeah, no, that's fair enough. Like
all in one day, just not all in one go.
Yes. No, like that's completely fair enough. Like can't imagine anyone's gonna be staying around on the Monday for very long.
Just warning, making sure in advance that you know.
You know who's usually awake first, right?
I mean, you're not wrong. Point Little fat purple and green caterpillar. I'm not claiming this is art. Never claimed it was going to be beautifully artistic. I just wanted little buggies.
Shade saying, lucky me. Yeah, like, it is definitely, but I'm normally the train person. And the one thing I can recommend for travelling by train is have, like, as few cases as possible. So, like, for me, I prefer just to put everything in one big case. And then it's just one thing to look after.
But then you can't put it, so, you know, be wary of that kind of place too.
Because what I end up doing is I have to, like, the thing is as well, when there's a few of you travelling together, like me and the Scots have done before, where we all travel together, and then there's literally no room to put your case anywhere. And then you end up sitting in the hallway on the train, which is not fun.
You may have seen in various vlogs.
Yeah, indeed. But yeah, that's usually what I tend to do. I tend to pack everything into one case, and then I have like my backpack as well with like travel stuff in it. But I also try and pack as less as possible. I'm not very good at it. So, like, I've managed to go up to like Rycon, for example, when it's like a 1 or 2 day con, and get everything into a tiny suitcase, and that makes life so much easier on the train. All my life, because you can just chuck it above your head, and it's so much easier. But yeah, normally I can't do that. And the likes of the longer cons, where like Insomnia, for example, or SunnyCon or Alcon, where it's like a 3-4 day con, I've got different cosplays every day. I usually have the massive suitcase. It's a pain. So yeah, also reserving, if you obviously reserve your seat and everything, try and get a PowerPoint and near a luggage rack, because that is the easiest way. Also book it really far in advance, like, because it's a lot cheaper. 3 months in advance.
For his 30th birthday, wanted to go abroad, and he came to me 8 months in advance to say, I want to do this thing, the thing. I said, what weekend's that? Oh, this one. I'm out of con. We already paid for the hotel.
Yeah.
Which was Glasgow, by the way.
Yeah, because we literally try it and organise it as far in advance as we can, because it's a lot cheaper, like travel and hotels and everything else. Like we booked for Insomnia, which was in March. We booked that in November. We booked SunnyCon in January, February time, I think, and that's in June. Like the hotels, we've booked way in advance, and we look at things like whether there's parking nearby and stuff. Now the SunnyCon one we stayed in before, and we know that there's a car park literally like less than 5-minute walk away, and it's relatively cheap, which is good when there's a couple of people driving. But also it's about a 10-minute walk from the train station. So if people are going on the train, then it means that it's not too far away. But that is a nice thing about Newcastle as well, is everything's very close together. And it's all in the city centre, so it's great. It means you can go for food, it means you can go like... literally, we've got the hotel that's literally a 10-minute walk from the venue and a 10-minute walk from the train station. And the hotel's right in the middle, and it's great.
From a major mall.
Yeah, I mean, it also just means like you're not spending money on like taxis when you're there. You're not spending money on like trains to get to and from. You know, because like we've obviously been to like the NEC and stuff before. And we've either stayed like in Birmingham itself for the NEC, and then travelled out to the NEC each day, or we've stayed near the NEC and just been limited on like food choices and stuff as well. We made it work, but it was a little bit limited. But actually, the hotel, like, restaurant was quite nice, actually. Surprisingly. I'm really
You were able to feed Victor, which is more than other places managed.
Yes, indeed. More than Domino's managed. Heidi's saying, how do people react when they see...
Get the gluten in.
Heidi's saying, how do people react when they see you in cosplay on the train?
Very... person.
Like, we all tend not to travel really in cosplay to a con, because we tend to travel the day before the con anyway. I get really warm when I'm travelling anyway, so I prefer not to travel in cosplay if I can, because I just end up a sweaty mess, and it's not. I'd rather just have a shower and get changed when I get there, if that makes sense. Because I'm usually heaving a big suitcase around, and if it's warm outside, you just got to get warm, and it's not nice. So that's what I usually rather do. But we travel down to say Manchester MCM. We usually travel from my house, which is about 45-minute train ride away, and we'll travel in cosplay quite happily. And people have different reactions. Like sometimes you get like people that kind of just go, "Oh, you look cool," or "What's the occasion?" or "What's happening?" or some people will recognise it. Like we were telling the story at Rycon about how Alison went in to go get petrol and basically was in like full William cosplay from Black Butler, and the person behind the counter loved it and wanted to, and then they said, "Oh, I've got a Grell in the car," and then Luke had to go in and say hello to them. So you also get that as well. Like I've had it in Starbucks before, where literally the barista's gone, "That's a Gryffindor scarf," and when we start talking about Harry Potter, so and that's me out of cosplay. So yeah, different people have different reactions, and to be honest, most of them are fairly positive. And I also, if I'm travelling on my own in cosplay, I tend to have the mechanism of just putting my headphones in and just kind of being like extra polite to everybody.
If you're ever in doubt, one, travel in a group. If you can't do that, wear either sort of like a casual version of your character or as much as you can sort of get away with on the train that looks relatively normal, and just put your makeup and wig and stuff on at the con.
Yeah.
If you don't feel safe. Because it is a scary thing to do if you're doing it on your own.
It also depends on the situation, I think, sometimes. Well, like, I've had it before where, because I obviously go down to Manchester quite regularly, I used to go down a lot more regularly for like meets and stuff like that. And I used to travel in full cosplay, and I've travelled blue before. Like, I don't care as much, but then sometimes if I know there's going to be, say, football on or rugby on, I'm taking that cosplay off.
I do remember one time people were worried enough about me being in full Tony Stark on the subway, because I had the beard and the binder. I had people like pinning me in a corner on the subway, and sort of like using their shoulders to hide me because they didn't want to deal with anyone starting anything.
Yeah.
So you can get bad reactions. It's just you just try and minimize them.
Yeah, like it tends to happen if people have been drinking. Like some people will react badly to it, but it's very rare in my case. Like especially like during the day. I mean, I think it depends where you are and what situation you're in. Also, like,
it's a lot better than it used to be.
Yeah, like I'm also a lot older than a lot of other folk, and don't care as much. But yeah, there are like definitely ways you can just kind of look fairly normal anyway. Most of the time, if you just take your makeup off, you look fairly normal-ish. Take your wig off, you look fairly normal-ish. Because most cosplays are just clothes.
I mean, bearing in mind that Mel and I have taken Kurt and Mystique, and we were in full. We blued up, we had all the wigs on and everything. I think the only thing I didn't have in was my contact lenses. And the only thing we got was that someone called us Smurfs.
Yeah.
That was about it.
That's about it. Like, round me, generally, there's enough events that tend to go on in Manchester that people are less bothered by it.
Yeah.
So I think I'm quite lucky in that regard.
Bristol's ridiculously open. No one cares in Bristol.
Yeah. Like, the thing is as well, like, I've got Blackpool that's kind of in the same... Well, like, Preston is right in between Blackpool and Manchester. And Blackpool gets all the people going for the hen do's and stuff, so people dress up ridiculously anyway. If you go to Blackpool in cosplay, nobody cares. No one cares. I've done that one before as well. So, like, for me, like, Preston's kind of right in between. It tends to be where you have to change trains anyway. So people are used to seeing people look a bit weird at the train station. So yeah, like, it just depends on the situation. And again, if you're in a big group, that really helps, you know. Like if you're on your own, it's definitely a different situation to if you're in a big group. Like there's usually 6 of us, or slightly more sometimes travelling. We've actually had other people like join us for travelling as well. My friend Rebecca, she lived like one station up kind of thing, and ended up travelling down and back with us for Manchester MCM because she was a little bit worried about travelling on her own. That's also completely fine. You know, that's something that, you know, you feel safer in a group. It's usually a good fun to be that way.
These are delightful.
What did you do?
This is a lot of fabric. This is
A lot of fabric.
Well, look.
What a look.
Sexy.
Well, he's not really meant to be, is he?
Bagel
No.
Girl comes to mind. Shade's agreeing and saying you get some weird looks. I did it before for Newcastle Comic Con when everyone was giving me weird looks. It's not as bad as you think, Heidi. I only live an hour away from Newcastle if I go by train, so I can live with it. That's pretty cool. Heidi's saying, would you say the other MCM cons are good to go on your own? Like, I know Manchester is pretty awesome. I really like Manchester MCM. We also enjoyed Birmingham MCM. That was a good one as well. Because we haven't really been to that one before. But again, it's at the NEC. The NEC guys are so used to people in cosplay because there's so many different events that go on there. Like, they're pretty cool. I mean, I've been to London MCM several times with some of these guys, but I'm not a massive fan. It's too busy for me. I get claustrophobic as soon as I walk in the doors. So I'm not a fan of the London one. The Glasgow one's okay, but again, it's a little bit squishy for me. A little bit too busy. Like, the venue's a lot smaller for Glasgow. So, yeah, like, I'll stick to Manchester and Birmingham these days. But like, Manchester's my local one. That's why I've gone every single year and had people stay at my house every single year since I started cosplay. Because it's real easy to get to from my house and back in a day. You know, it makes life a lot cheaper for people. AC back, welcome back. But yeah, cosplay on public transport is fun. Like, it's not scary as you think it's going to be.
The amount of times I could not find the con, it's a case of,
I mean,
there's a player, I'm following them.
Yep. I've had it happen as well where, because I've been in cosplay, people come up to me and gone, I assume you're going to the con. Which way do you go?
Yeah.
You
follow the cosplayer.
Yeah, or like I see other people at the train station and go, I assume you're going to the con. Hi.
Like, I travel by myself to cons, like, in cosplay on public transport. I live in Glasgow, so I'm just kind of used to it now. Again, like, if you're worried about it, go travel in groups and stuff. Find people at the train station who are probably going to the same event and that kind of thing. Or if you want, they've got they tend to have group chats or like group pages for people if they're going to cons, and be like, well, this is normally where all of us will meet. In Glasgow, it'll be like under the clock at Central, and it means that you're all going in a group of people all together. Which is what I used to do when I hadn't really made friends yet. I used to just join the MCM kind of groups and be like, hey, I'm going along to this. Is there anyone that's coming from the West Coast or anyone who's coming from this particular train line that I can meet up with and go to the con together so that you're not on your own? So it's just doing little things like that to make sure that you're safe if you are worried about it.
Heidi said, never been to any cons out of Scotland, I want to try them. Recommend Sunnycon. It's in Newcastle. It's not too far. Just because we really enjoyed SunnyCon last year, and I can't wait for the next one. Yay!
Yay! This will be my third time going to SunnyCon, so I'm super excited.
Yeah, like it.
That's the reason that we got all the nerds to come along to SunnyCon, because I was like, this con's real good. This con's so good. Let's go. And now it's just all the banders and like all of the amorphous blob is going now, and I'm like, oh my god.
There's a lot of folk going that we know, which is pretty cool. Like Jeannie's coming up as well.
Yep.
Like Ergo guys and Victor are all coming as well. Amorphous Blob are coming. People like Shade and Kieran are coming. Like, yeah, awesome. Shade saying no one's really bothered if you're in cosplay up where I live, so it's fine for me. Yeah, I presume if you're in the northeast as well, like most people are fairly okay with it, because again, Newcastle has quite a lot of events on in Newcastle itself. Kieran saying not a con, but travelling in cosplay for the Welcome to Night Vale live show last year was surprisingly fun. This tiny 2-year-old in the train was delighted by how colourful and unusual I looked. You get that kind of reaction as well. Like, kids are normally like really fun when they see someone travelling in cosplay.
In the queue while waiting to get into the live show, we had someone sort of going, "Oh, that's really cool. So that's Carlos. Is that a femme Kevin?" No, I'm an intern. And it was just quite funny just watching people just sort of pan down the outfit until they saw the bloody shoes and going, wait, not sure I'm okay with this.
Oh, Heidi's saying, what is SunnyCon and when is it? It is in June in Newcastle. I will tell you when, because I will look on my phone like a real professional.
22nd, 23rd, 24th.
22nd, 24th, there you go, yep. You got that before I did.
That's because I know when my payday is in comparative to SunnyCon.
Ah, I see. That's a dangerous time to be knowing when his payday is in comparison to SunnyCon.
At the same time, it means I'll have money.
Oh god, that's dangerous though.
Well, not if I need to buy food.
Oh, that's very dangerous.
Yeah, SunnyCon's really good in that it has a whole, like, bear in mind it's held in the football stadium. So it's held in, like, the Newcastle United football stadium. It's a massive football stadium. It has a whole floor dedicated to dealers. And then a whole floor dedicated to artists. That's where it's dangerous. Because I spent money there last year, and I never spend money at cons on merch. So yeah.
It's 7.
It's
I spend too much money. I always spend money no matter where I go, because I tend not to buy other things, to be honest. If I'm at a con, like, one of the big appeals for me to go to a con is for artists, and to see artwork and buy all the shiny things. And I have like a couple of artists that like I follow in particular. So I love meeting them at cons, and have various pieces of artwork all over the place.
Debbie has gotten very good at tracking which webcomics I follow. And she will find them at MCMs and go, "Did you were finally looking for the latest volume of this one?" I was like, I was! It's fine, I just play the game of, let's spot the wolves. Let's spot the Anne Stokes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Where are the fairies?
Debbie likes going to cons to go shop. Like, I am not a shopper, so I tend not to do that as much. I go to cons to meet people, so that's why when they say Mel's on a 10-minute time limit, because I always know a few other people at SunnyCon or a few people at whatever con I'm at.
I am gonna know so many people at SunnyCon, because basically half of Scotland cosplay community emigrates their way down to SunnyCon. So I am gonna know so many people, and it's gonna be me with the time limits, not Mel.
were relatively good last time.
I was going to say it was quite balanced last time in that we both kind of knew different people from the different scenes, because I also know quite a lot of people from the Scottish scene. So, but then there was also quite a lot of people from the Manchester scene going across to that as well, because again, it's not too far for them. So yeah, and obviously we've got our own little group that we know that are going. So there's going to be lots of people around. It should be fun. But again, because it's a massive venue, you don't feel too like crowded. Or too kind of squished in. Obviously, the dealing room's always going to be quite busy, but like it's not.
But even then, it's peak times. It's still not. It's not like MCM where you're like squished.
Yeah.
You've still got room.
And obviously, all the little conference rooms and stuff that you use for panels are amazing.
So good.
So looking forward to it. Because they had a really big room set up for us last time that we got to use. A couple of really big rooms actually, and like the Marauders one went really well and had quite a lot of folk there, which was nice, which we weren't expecting. We had a lot of people that were interested as well and got how it worked, and that for us was something that was really important because we'd never really taken Marauders anywhere else and kind of had it work properly before, whereas SunnyCon it worked. And I think part of it is because the organisers are really good beforehand and they put like a description up with it as well. So like on the website, literally if you click on the panels, you can see like a description of what each panel is. And so you know exactly what's going on with each panel. Is that a noise?
It's an airplane.
Is it?
I think we're on a Bristol Airport route today.
Ah. But yeah, because like you've got a description of each panel, like it's a really good way of promoting it because then you can kind of look at it beforehand and go, oh, I want to go to that panel, or oh, I want to go to that panel. That one sounds interesting because you know exactly what's going on. Whereas sometimes when it's just on a timetable and you go, what is that? Like Marauders, what is that? If you just see ask the Marauders anything, what does that mean? And like I know like in character stuff seems to be kind of becoming more popular, which is good. Like there's a couple of ones at Yorkshire Cosplay Con that's coming up that seem to have in character stuff, which is cool. In fact, one of the people we met at SunnyCon last year is doing an in character panel there, and I'm like, yay! I think it might be on the Sunday though, and I'm possibly going to go on the Saturday, which is a bit annoying because I'd like to go to that. But yeah, so like that kind of stuff becoming more of a common is good for us because it means that people will recognise what we're doing and we're being idiots running around the room. Yay! Kieran saying, I both look forward to it and I'm fearful.
Correct response.
Yes.
Yeah.
Marauders panels are always a bit chaotic, let's put it that way.
It's contained chaos, it really is.
It's somewhat organised chaos.
Fine, we have McGonagall.
Yes. Oh yeah, we have got McGonagall.
Yes, we have our McGonagall this time.
So you can keep us on track, it's fine. Keep us on track, Jeannie, you got. Stop me and Luke from killing each other, please. Or Sarah from savaging me too much. Nah, never stop that.
That's what we're there for, so...
I know, right? Well, it was always kind of a thing of we never wanted Snape to be like the one person that got all the crap thrown at him.
And it did not happen, so that's good.
Worried
about that for a bit.
We were worried about that for a bit, because nobody really likes Snape. But Sirius is also a really annoying little boy.
Well, it's because we managed to get a good blend of Gryffindor and Slytherin.
Yep. And then our Lily as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Savage Lily.
Savage Lily.
There's nothing else. Even if we don't like him either, we're not going to let you pick on him.
Pretty much. But yeah, like it
siblings.
works.
Only I'm allowed to pick on him, not you. I might also hate him, but still.
Yeah, but you're my buddy. Coming to your house, Potter.
Yeah, it was the first panel when, in the course of slandering Sirius, Lucius slandered the Black family as a whole, and it did not go well for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh dear. Oh, Savage Narcissa. Love it. But the best one is still Savage Remus. Like,
Remus just comes out of nowhere, like a drive-by shooting, just like, and then is away again, and you're like, what?
Remus, what did you do?
Life. This is what I live with.
It's alright, he won't be drinking wine this time, he'll be mildly less savage.
Like, mildly less.
Mildly less savage. To be fair, Remus is just savage with or without alcohol, to be honest.
He likes to pretend he isn't.
The thing is, he loves his friends, but they're idiots.
They are idiots. I agree with him on that.
Yeah, I will most definitely agree with that. Like, I love James, but on the inside, I am so reckless, let's face it.
I know, like, I'm serious to the core, but literally, like, he's such an 18-year-old idiot.
He really is. James is the exact same. Yeah. And to be honest, at the start, I didn't like James, because he just wasn't me whatsoever. And then I went, but I'm cosplaying. I've done acting. I should know how to play this complete.
I think that's like the first part of it for me, is because like Sirius was the first character I ever cosplayed, and he was so different from me as a person that it's just like, this is a lot of fun because I'm just not this person and this isn't actually me, but it's a lot of fun and I just kind of run with it and bounce off everybody else.
Yeah, I'm now at that stage with James as well. I'm just like, this is not me whatsoever, but I know that as soon as I put that wig and the glasses on and the robes, the tie, I am that massive lovable idiot. And that's one of the fun things, is that you do get to be, like, you do go out of your comfort zone and get to try new things. Because I do realise I do very much stay in my comfort zone with my puzzle-loving lads that are small pure beans, and that's tend to be where I stay. Whereas James is this massive, loud idiot, and I am not that whatsoever.
Comparatively, the comment was made on a very long time ago on the Marauders bowling video, when the comment was made of, oh, and Sarah was delightfully snarky as sister, and one of my friends commented with, Sarah's always like that, this time she's just wearing a wig.
Yes!
Thank you, Draco.
It's very true.
Okay.
Oh, Kieran's saying he was looking forward to it and fearful about the dealers. Apparently he's used to the Marauders by now.
That is a good thing to be fearful about, to be honest.
That's true, to be fair, because Kieran's been to enough of our Marauders panels. He knows what goes on, you know. He's been to pretty much all of them at this point.
He knows the ensuing chaos he's going to get dragged into.
Pretty much. If you're wearing a Hogwarts uniform, you'll probably get dragged in.
You can imagine if you want to wear a Hogwarts that particular day, if you want to really join in, wear Hogwarts, and we will.
Or if you're not wearing Hogwarts uniform, Bethan as Magic Brown.
Yes.
Because we will also play along with people that act in character if we know what the heck you're cosplaying from.
Yeah, if you're in a cosplay that we recognise, prepare. Prepare yourself. We may turn the tables on you. In a nice way, don't
Or
worry.
even if you've just been to all our panels that weekend and then turn up to the Marauders one and then we go, I hear you've got some nice eyes as we walk past you.
Yep. Not talking to you. You have 3 eyes.
Purple.
All the 2 eyes. God damn it. Heidi's asking, do you think cosplayers should be paid as actors? Not paid.
Really.
Because there isn't really a professional cosplay, doesn't really exist.
Yeah.
The
Two
big
people
cosplayers that you've heard of tend to be more prop makers.
I think as cosplayers should be paid if they do commissions, if they make stuff, if they build stuff, if they put out books and tutorials, that kind of thing. That's what they should be paid for. But it's kind of a weird situation where we do this because we love doing it, not because we want to get paid. Yeah.
If we were doing it because we wanted to get paid, we would be sad people.
We would. It's also where it's like, it's something that I've thought about more is actually getting into the event side of it. Not solely the cosplay side of it, but the event side of it. I kind of chose not to because if it's my job, I don't think I'd enjoy it anymore.
Yeah.
Whereas if it's my hobby and it's something I choose to do, then I enjoy making costumes and I enjoy doing creative stuff. Whereas I think if I had to do it because it's my job, I wouldn't enjoy it anymore.
Yeah.
And like you said, you know, in terms of if a cosplayer does a commission, then yes, they should get paid for that commission. Like, I commission Luke all the time to do my wigs for me. I just throw money at his PayPal account because he undercharges me. Like, here you go, have some more money for your PayPal account. I know your PayPal account. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
like, for me, like, I'll always commission people to do stuff for me that I can't do. Or I don't want to do. But, like, in terms of going to a con, I don't think in this country there's anybody that is getting paid to go to a con as a cosplayer.
Possibly their expenses paid for them, like to get them to the con, yeah, but never actually paid to be there.
No profit.
Not properly.
Like, I don't know the MCM how it's at the moment because they're bringing in.
Can't hear you, Deb.
Oh. No! You come closer.
Hang on, let me turn you off my laptop. Blur will be really loud. Go on.
Basically, MCM are now doing things with cosplayers. Like, I think they're bringing over Camry cosplayer, are they? So I don't know how that's working with them, but as a general, no. Get paid.
Well, like, Yaya Han's sort of coming over as well, and like, obviously judging the cosplay competition and that kind of stuff. But I still suspect that
that's other people.
I also suspect that it'll be more expenses based.
Yeah.
Or they might have a table where they can sell stuff and make some money back.
Possibly, yeah.
It just doesn't really exist in this country. You know, it might do in America, I don't really know how that works. But in this country it doesn't, because it's cosplay. And unfortunately, if people will do it for free, they'd rather get the people in that can do it that will do it for free.
Yeah.
Give me a
Unless you've got a massive following and you know that folk will go to a con to see that person specifically. The same way that people would go to MCM to go see voice actors and people that have been in like TV shows and that. They pay them.
Yeah.
But they still have a table where they sell prints and stuff. So, and of course MCM will take a cut of the the money from whatever they make at the stall, that kind of thing.
Hmm.
So it's along the same lines as that. They're willing to pay them to come along if they know that they're going to get a percentage of ticket revenue for people to come and see them, like part of the money that they sell on prints or that they take for photographs, professional like booths and photographs with them. They know that they're going to make money from it. Whereas with cosplayers, there's not really anything set up like that. Yeah. You're looking at very, very small percentage of cosplayers in the world that people would actually pay to go see and only go to the con to go see them.
Yeah.
So there's not really that system or supply and demand really for it.
Day, like, if you're an actor that's been in a lot of different TV roles, film roles, gaming roles,
yeah,
I think you're a lot more kind of entitled to that because you've put the years of work in, if that makes sense. Like, you'll be might be famous now for something, but you probably worked for like 10 years before that to be able to get to that point.
Yeah.
So, like, I think cosplay as a whole is probably too young for that. Like, as an overarching, this is a popular thing. It's only really become really popular in the last couple of years or so. You know, more kind of mainstream. So maybe as it becomes more mainstream, like, things will happen with it where it changes slightly. But to be honest, like,
I certainly know that in Japan there is a couple of cosplayers that are paid to go to cons. But that's because Japan's had cosplay as a thing for a lot longer than the Western world ever has. So it's the same way that we pay voice actors and that to come along to cons. They do the same but with cosplayers. So that's a thing over there. It's not really come to the Western world as much yet. But you never know, 5, 7, 10 years down the line, that might actually be a thing. So, who knows? And if we're still around by then and still doing that, maybe we will. But for the moment, no.
Changing the subject, give me a bug.
Dragonfly.
Ant.
spider.
Many ants. There's reference pictures.
Centipede.
I've vaguely got one of those.
Probably
because the pattern's repetitive, I'm running out of things I can use that I haven't already done.
Water bug. A flea. I don't know.
Oh, chat. Yeah, I forgot about chat. Shade saying I have wigs that I have to order and then I'll have a complete cosplay. Yay!
Yay!
What cosplay will you have completed? That's my question. And is it for SunnyCon? And Kieran saying I think I'm going to be a wizard of another sort that day. So is Taka coming out then?
Ooh. Oh, that'll be a lovely crossover.
I want your hat. Sirius is going to want your hat. Just warning you now. And May Cosplays is here saying, hey guys. Hello, May.
Hello.
Welcome back to the live stream.
But yeah, I get paid to do a couple of acting stuff, like out with cosplay, and I get paid to do modelling kind of stuff as well. So that is the kind of stuff that I do out with cosplay. But with cosplay is my hobby, and I would love to turn it into a job. That'd be quite fun for me. But for me, it would be the Banders stuff. This is my hobby. This is me as part of the group, and this is where I get to do the fun part of like everything. Whereas if I was going to make it into a job, I'd have my own little. This is me, just myself, as a human doing the things out with. So if it was me myself, it would be work. But when I'm part of Bander, it's for fun. It's for the joy of being with my best friends. So that's where my little divide line is. And of course, everybody's different.
Like for me, I have a full-time job, and that is my full-time job that pays the bills. And like I said, I've thought about coming out of that job and doing something like maybe part-time, and then doing sort of event stuff part-time as well. I kind of decided against it because I just thought I would end up hating it. Like, I've done it before where I've crewed lots and lots of different cons. And I've done, I think I did 3 in 4 weekends. It wasn't a good time. And kind of backed off a little bit from doing that many cons in that short period of time. Because it's my hobby, and also I don't sleep well when I'm away at cons, and when you're crewing, it's a lot of hard work. I still recommend it to people if people want to try it out. You know, I'll always say to people, like, the best way you can learn about how, like, masquerades work is go crew a masquerade. Or go crew, like, on a cosplay team. Because you learn a heck of a lot, you meet a lot of people. That's for sure. But, like, it's something where I don't think I could do that full time. And I definitely couldn't cosplay full time, so don't think I have the skills for it. Like, I do not have the skills to be one of the top tier cosplayers that's really good at things and all that kind of stuff, because that ain't me. I'm not good enough for cosplay yet. It's only been 5 years. But you know, you look at the likes of Kamoi Cosplay or Yayo Han, and you look at the stuff that they produce, and it's beautiful. You know, the cosplays that they actually have and they wear and they use are just absolutely gorgeous. And it's like, I love the stuff that we do with the Banders. And again, I'm the same with Claire, in that, you know, I love what we do, and it's a lot of fun for us. If it wasn't fun, we wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Like, it's also taught me a lot, you know, getting on the stage and getting in front of a camera and all that kind of stuff, because I wouldn't have done that 5 years ago. You know, there's no way. And meeting folk. Like, I love meeting like-minded people. So when you're out at con and you meet somebody else in a similar cosplay, like, that's such a cool feeling. But I couldn't do it as a paid job. I just couldn't. No matter how much I love it, because I'd end up hating it in the end.
Yeah.
Kira's
I mean,
saying,
my background is in film and television and acting, and the media kind of stuff. That's everything that I've been, like, trained in. That's everything that I've grown up with. So cosplay is just kind of another added on extension onto that, but it's one that I would love to keep as a hobby with my best friends. That is my little hobby side of it. Whereas the producing videos for things, the doing modeling, doing acting in, like, little skits and, like, small roles in that's what I would want to get paid for, because that's me turning up to an actual job, that's me being on set, that's me getting into whatever costume I need to wear, that's me in between scenes actually doing a job, a role, and people are all coming together and using their skills.
Like you said, that makes sense because you've been trained in that as well.
Yeah.
Like, that's the difference there, in that I'd come to this completely as a hobby. You know, I never grew up with being interested in drama. I never grew up with being particularly artistic or creative. Like, for me, it's just, I work in an office. You know, it's something completely different for me just to get in a costume and be like, let's make something today, shall we? And let's be this character for a day. I don't know really what I'm doing, so I'm just going to improv my way through. So I just kind of go with it. But it's like so completely out of my comfort zone anyway. But it makes sense because you've trained in that. Like that's something that you want to do because the acting side of it's something you've trained in.
Yeah.
And that makes complete sense. Like if I, when I sort of look at my job and stuff, and I go, well, I've trained in accounting and stuff like that, and that's kind of what I do for a day job. Like I'm a business admin. I do accounting and admin stuff.
I can't do that to save myself. So
spreadsheets coming out your ears, yeah, kids.
No thanks.
So like that's my day job.
A camera or tell me to go light something, like use gels and various other lighting equipment. Tell me how to work a soundboard. Give me that kind of equipment. Give me something that's hands on and creating something to be part of something to make a finished product. That's what I like doing. Whereas cosplay is very much me kind of thing. Like I make the cosplays and stuff that I want to make myself, that I want to dress up as, that I want to do with the banders and with ergos is making like different groups and go and perform, because that's fun for me, and there's no pressure for someone being like, you're being paid to do this, so you need to do it this way, you need to do it that way. No one's saying that to me. So that's why cosplay will always be like the hobby. Whereas if someone's looking for a model and I need to be covered in, like 2 weeks ago, I had to be covered in fake blood and I had prosthetics all over myself and I had a bald cap and all sorts, and I had to spend 3 hours doing method acting, scaring folk, and for someone's like makeup exhibition. So that is never something I would ever do, but I was there as an actor / model to do that for someone. So that is the difference. But it's fun and I love it, and I mean it was loads of fun being covered in fake blood and just scaring people for 3 hours. I mean, if you're gonna get paid,
enjoy that as well.
That's what to get paid for.
Yeah, I enjoy that. That would be fun.
I've got an empty thing here somewhere.
Because it's one of those things where it's like, if it was offered to you, I don't think any of us would say no. But at the same time, it's not something we'd necessarily seek out.
Whereas I seek it out.
Yeah.
That's what I want. That's what I, not necessarily like be covered in fake blood and scare people, but again, if I'm getting paid to do it, more than happy to. So
Get me over there somewhere now. Thank you.
Sorry, spider attack.
Oh no.
Oh!
Downside of working outside.
Is he cute? Can I have him as a pet?
No.
What do you mean no?
Sarah's on spider duty. Debbie will not be going anywhere near that spider.
I love spiders.
Oh no.
Okay, do you want to go put food on?
Yeah.
That's a fair point. Food is
It's getting on.
getting on.
Like,
Can't believe
so
it's
little this time, but at least I found my Sirius wig, so that's something, I suppose.
I'm proud of myself. I did the thing, guys. Thank you for the encouragement.
Yay!
Yay!
You did the sew thing.
I sewed the thing. Now I need to go make the belt and stuff. Yay!
But yeah, like SunnyCon, I am looking forward to SunnyCon because we do have a couple of panels, and that's what we enjoy doing. You know, we enjoy, being idiots, and apparently people enjoy it on YouTube. So there you go. But we've also got a makeup panel as well, so we can actually be like, yeah, this is how you can do a thing. Woo! Maybe some demos.
Woo! Yeah, because our demo went really well for Insomnia last year. The Get Ready With Me panel, which was fun. And it was lovely to hear everyone ask about how we do certain things and what makeup products we use, what brand's the best, and again, it's just one of those things that you just kind of need to figure out for yourself.
Like when I sat here last week putting makeup on, and then I was like, realising that the fake blood that I had was not great because it's really cheap fake blood, and I actually ended up. Let me show you the new fake blood that I got because it looks really nice.
Whereas I just tend to cheat and use red food colouring, the liquid one.
Then you stain your face forever.
Then you
Doesn't actually.
So you know how
blue,
I love my
the blue
Mayron
one
face.
does though.
I love my Mayron face paint, so I got some Mayron stage blood, which is dark stage blood. Because the really bright red just doesn't look real at all, ever.
Yeah.
Well, depending on... Almost certainly I'm going to be doing Miguel on the day we're doing the makeup panel, in theory.
Oh yeah.
So as that is going to be generic girl makeup, I can be random canvas if need be.
So yeah, it's really dark, but also kind of gloopy. So it's a good gloop. It's not really. So it also doesn't seem to stain very much, but then I have never had it on my skin for that long.
Yeah.
So we will see. Because that's the thing with fake blood, is it does tend to... Let's see how much better that looks on camera, like even when you spread it out a bit.
Yeah.
It's, and then if you sort of put like a bit of powder or something at the top as well, it'll stop it being quite sticky. But yeah, like, I bought some new stuff. And you can also stipple it on with my finger.
The reason that I use the red food colouring the most is because I did lots of vampire kind of things and was always really worried about ingesting fake blood. It does not taste nice.
This stuff though you can actually technically use around your mouth. Because again it's stage blood, it's supposed to be for the stage. So you can technically ingest it, but probably wouldn't recommend it. Yeah,
whereas I was doing a particular character that had been punched, so all their teeth were meant to be like all stained red, and all their mouth was meant to be red, like all dripping blood and that kind of thing. So I was like, red food colouring, because you know it's literally food. I'll be fine. I'm not gonna. If I ingest half of it, like it's not gonna be an issue for me. So
yeah, that's fair. I just wanted something that was a little bit more like. I mean, there's a lot in that little pot. Because that was only like literally like what was fitted on my finger, and it's done all of that. So it's something that I figured if I get a big enough pot, we can kind of use it for a few different vampire bits. But yeah, it's a bit darker, and I can also then go over that with like some eyeshadows and stuff as well to like different colours.
If I was doing any like. I've learned that if I was doing any like more cuts and stuff like that on my hands and arms and stuff, then I'd use like proper fake blood kind of stuff. But I kind of stuck with the red food colouring and just kind of.
That's fair.
I was like, this'll do. Yeah.
That's fair. I'm very wary because I've had a lot of very gloopy, very bad fake blood that just stains so badly. Yeah. And I'm just like, because normally I'll do some kind of zombie or whatever, and then I'll have to do something else the next day. I don't particularly want to be covered in the fake blood, anything that doesn't stain me is good. And that's the good thing about the Mayron face paint, is that it just comes off in the wash. It's great.
Yeah, the stuff people tend to go to for fake blood, like the stuff you get in a costume store. One of my friends did Halloween 3 parties in a row with the same costume. And hey, by the last day, she looked super realistic because she still had all the trials that she'd done from the last couple of nights. Because it had not come off. But she looked super realistic. It was not great work the following day.
No, if don't go for the really cheap stuff that you'll find in the the pop-up Halloween stores, that sort of thing.
That's all I had. That's what I had, and then I also had I found like acrylic paint works really well as well, like with all the for weathering like clothes, because obviously it'll not wash out easily. And you can actually wash it. It's just paint. So like that's what we used a lot of the Left 4 Dead stuff, and then the scab stuff as well, which is really good. But because I do want like some, I'm going to be a victim of a vampire. I'm going to have some. There's going to be some blood, you know, actual drippy blood.
Well, it depends how neatly the vampire fed. God,
that's true. I mean, it depends whether it was Lestat or not. Let's face it.
Another kind of cosplay trick that I've learned from speaking to makeup artists and that on like the job, some of the other jobs that I do, is mixing water soluble glue with acrylic paints to paint stuff on, which is normally very good if you're doing like full body kind of stuff, if you're doing very intricate detailed body work.
Yeah.
And you want it to stay on a lot better than a face painter would. Like kids glue, PVA glue mixed with acrylics, and then paint that on. Bit of a, you're gonna have a time getting it off, but it will stay for the whole con.
Yeah.
So that's always fun if you want to attempt to give that a go.
I would probably say like shave the area first, because you're
shave.
You're going to latex yourself off basically, but also like liquid latex gets used a lot for that kind of stuff as well.
Yeah.
But again, you want to make sure you shave it. Like when I've done cuts and stuff like that, I tend to use latex because I don't have a latex allergy. That's also a thing. But see, now that's kind of dried and like it is a little bit sticky, but I bet if I powdered it, it wouldn't be. So, but it's all good to me now. Yay!
It my heart. My heart.
Ooh.
But
That
yeah,
is
we will
almost...
be doing a makeup panel. So if you have generic girl makeup, that's always useful.
It's Miguel, so yes.
Yeah, Debbie and I will have like body paint probably, because we'll probably be in Killian and Carrie, more than likely.
I don't know. I've not really decided exactly who I am bringing for the days that we're not doing panels. So, bar of course the vampires.
Just like my Vampire Chronicles lads. So.
Yeah, I've got my Chronicle lad. I've got James. I've got
Taz.
Angus. Yeah, got Angus. I don't know. I'll need to see whether the Argos are bringing their Teen Titans, and if so, I will
Robin.
probably be Robin.
So cute.
Throw together a Terra. So tempted to put together a Terra.
Please do.
But I've promised Jeannie first. So, Miguel it is.
Well, I mean, put together Terra for like, not for this con, but for another con. That'd be fun.
As long as I check that the Ergo guys would be fine with that, then yeah, I sure would. Because obviously that's a major shipping character to go with things, so I'd want to check on that one first.
True.
I don't know
just
enough. It's DC, I don't know enough.
Terra in Teen Titans is shipped very, very heavily with Beast Boy. I'd want to check with the Kieran lad first.
Yes, that makes sense.
But then again, Terra's oh no, I'm thinking of Blackfire now. Maybe I'm mixing.
Also, fucking tempted by Blackfire.
Yeah,
Blackfire.
you could be annoying. You could be annoying sibling.
Blackfire was the other one I was looking at. Going, well, if I did have a first outfit with all of the armor on, I wouldn't even need to have any midriff showing.
Yeah, that's edible.
Are you just eating that?
It's sweet. It tastes like sugar. No, I knew it was anyway. Like, I'd already seen it.
Oh my god, Mel.
Oh, it does actually say on here as well. It has got latex in it.
You're just eating it.
No.
Hey kids,
Sage blood will not dry, therefore blood will continue to drip. Ideal for blood capsules.
is this what
Theo was using.
Theo, but it was thingy who brought it. Ollie. Is this what Ollie was using? For Halloween that time? Because I got blood all the way from there down to my chin, man. I was tasting that one and it tasted like strawberry laces.
It tastes like strawberry laces. It's Mayron, and it's dark. I don't know. There's a few different ones though, to be fair. There are a few different ones. I just went with Mayron because I like their face paint anyway. And I figured if their face paint washes off, that one will probably wash off. And it seems to have done. So, that's cool.
I do seem to remember Ollie having a Mayron bruise wheel, so maybe.
Could well be. Like that is very drippy stuff. Like, but it's not as bad as the fake blood that you get, the cheap fake blood that you get in tubes. Like,
yeah,
that just
no.
doesn't stop.
Would recommend you don't bother with them. Honestly, they stain everything, your face, your clothes.
Well, I had one last week because I had one anyway, and I was trying it out and it just didn't look right. But it's also where it's like I know, like that's purposely why I bought a cheap shirt, because I know I'm going to get blood in it. So it's like, oh well, you know, if it's a cheap shirt, I don't really care. Because as soon as you get fake blood out, you know some of it's going to go on your clothes. Like it's going to end up on your clothes just because of the fact it just drips. It doesn't stop usually. So, you know, just knowing that before you start using it is always a good thing. I'm sure there's definitely some fake blood on some of Nick and Alice's stuff, as well as paint, as well as grass, because we went rolling around the outside in it. But yeah, that's the thing, you know, that's fine. That's what happens. Oh, laughing hats here. Why is there red on your hand? Because I was testing out fake blood. Sorry, you just kind of walked into me having red on my hands.
It's the blood of our enemies.
Curious Ray saying, I used that cheap fake stuff from Alice in Wonderland one Halloween. My housemate who hadn't been with us that night saw me and thought something was seriously wrong with me the next day. There you go. Stains like anything. Whereas I'm now interested to see how much this will actually stain. Let me go and get a makeup pad and have a look. Because let's face it, if my cheap makeup wipes will get them off, then that's always a good thing. It's got that hand off easily enough. Oh, it's still sticky for sure. There's a little bit of staining. It's not bad though, considering that's just a makeup wipe. Clean. So yeah, that's not too bad. It's fine. A little bit of stainage on the fingers, but it's all good. Like, less staining than you do when you get the cheap stuff. Mind you, I mean, this stuff was not like super expensive or anything, it was just more expensive than the normal £2 tube of cheap stuff. Yeah, sorry about that laughing. I just kind of came in at the wrong time when I was just like, oh, I'm just testing this. And apparently missed that part where I'm testing this. Oh well. Right, should we wrap that up then? Because I'm hungry and I would like some food. I need to go get ready for work tomorrow. Yay!
I am also very hungry, and I'm currently trying to put this back together again. So I
What
can.
are you doing with the sewing machine?
Yeah, the thread is great color-wise, not so much for actually threading through my sewing machine. It keeps.
What kind of thread is it? Is it cheap thread?
No, it's not cheap thread.
Oh.
Oh, is it the gold is it the metallic shit?
No, I'm not using that stuff yet, because I know that's going to be a nightmare. It's this stuff, German one, which I've not used. Yeah, I've not used it before. But
That's
apparently,
the only one my sewing machine will accept.
did you look at that?
Because my sewing machine does not like cheap thread, it just breaks constantly. Just check the tension as well.
Another wormy boy on this side.
My tension has to be on like ridiculously low. It goes up to 9, it's currently on 3.
Yeah, mine's is on 3 as well, but I don't know. I'll test it. I mean, it still did its job. So like the pants are sewn together.
Yeah.
But I want to go over them again properly. Go for better stitch than what I did, because now that I know that it's actually worked, so that's the joy.
Makes sense.
Listen to me.
Yes, it did. Well, see, sometimes I do.
Listen to us all make
Re-occasion.
cosplay not the day before the con. Oh my gosh. We love you, Blair.
I mean, I only tend to do that with things that I think I'm going to be able to make in time.
I think I'm basically done. Mostly because I'm running out of things I can do without repeating, because the pattern repeats. I've repeated one. I have an extra wormy boy because it's Loogie Boogie.
Of course.
So
I did half a Isabella thing. Didn't really do that very well today.
well, I would show you, but it's still drying. So try and sort of hook it up on the thing.
I'm going to go attempt to
Ooh,
sleek
yay.
these trousers and then make cuffs for them and then add all the sequins to it. It's going to take me so long.
What are you planning to do with the sequins? Like, are they just going to go in like a band, or are they going to go like around, or?
He has fields quins.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, the sequins are going to give people feels. I've planned.
I've only seen the movie once.
Yeah, I need to.
Anyone who has seen the movie will probably have a guess what colour of mermaid sequins I bought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to actually style Jack's wig, maybe. Properly, rather than going, that'll do.
Yeah.
Apart from that, I don't really need to fix anything from Jack. Unless I break his staff again.
Oh no, I don't do that.
Yeah, please don't do that.
Yeah. Well, I've got bits so that I can break it deliberately.
But, yeah, but, like, I mean, don't break the bits that, like, you actually need to.
Yeah. I've got a spare section. What I was actually going to do at Insomnia, except we got distracted, was I was going to make a spare section because I keep snapping the base section.
Typical.
To be fair, I think the only person that really got on with crafting at Insomnia was Debbie.
Yeah.
A hammer.
That's true. You did.
And painted, like, half a gun with primer.
You know what I'm like, though? I'm always, like,
Styled my wig.
running around everywhere chatting to them.
I was-
So.
People.
I styled Robin's wig and got Syl to make the patch for me, so I think I did not bad.
Cosplay together on the floor. The worst.
No. I'd done most of it.
You were still sewing, though.
No, I don't want that
That's the
over.
patch. I was literally only just sewing the patch on
Okay.
and the stripes, and that was it. So, a lot better than what I normally do.
This is true.
This shit is done.
Getting better.
Right, before I get any more spiders, should we go?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
Started a while ago, so we have really no reason to be in the garden anymore.
Yeah. Goodbye, son. But yeah, we will see you guys again soon, possibly next week, because I don't think any of us are going to MTM. So we may end up doing a stream next week as well. But yeah, we will see you guys again soon. Bye bye.
Bye.